Hey y'all, welcome back to another edition of My Transition. This is where I talk about all things transition related, even some of my experiences. And today's topic is allies and family. We all have family and hopefully we all have allies. So I want to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, make sure you click like and subscribe if you're watching this video. This is kind of a follow-up to a previous video that I had talking about men that date trans women and what that can entail. So don't forget to comment in the section below and let me know what your thoughts are on all things allies and family. When talking about family and allies, you were talking a little bit about what it means to come out in general. I should preface this video by saying I'm speaking specifically from my experience as a transgender woman. I don't identify as non-binary or as gender fluid necessarily. Although there's non-binary and gender non-conforming and gender fluid folks and agender and two-spirited people in my family and in my life and in my chosen family, but I can't speak for their experiences or to their experiences. I'll leave that up to them. I'm speaking specifically as a trans woman. Go gentle on me in the comments if we're part of the community, and if I fail to mention your experience, that doesn't mean that I'm neglecting it. It just means that I don't know enough about it to speak for you. So I'm speaking for myself here when I say, I think when we talk about allies and family, we're talking about a support system, people who are aware of your circumstances and who support you. And that's what we all want. That's what I think we all need. Every human needs a support circle. We need family. And we need allies. People who can stick up for us and show others that we matter. Coming out is a big part of that. Notifying these people of our situation, of who we are, of our feelings and our identity, our true identity, is a part of the coming out process. As a person who's looking for an ally or looking for their family to support them, it's important that we have some patience. It's important that we let them know and we're firm, but it's important to have patience because any adjustment or new revelation, transition that you're making, your family's making along with you. Give them some time. They'll come around. They're going to adjust to the idea one way or another. And then you can decide on if that adjustment is enough. Fortunately for me, my family's adjustment was enough. So where I'm kind of lacking, I think, is in the allies department. I have a lot of friends and family, especially queer people, who I consider part of my family. But one thing that I think that we're missing in queer culture and in the queer community are allies outside, people who don't necessarily identify as, but can identify with. These are our lovers. These are people who don't necessarily identify as queer. These are friends, best friends, college roommates, co-workers, the lady of the laundromat, whatever. People in our lives who like us and value us and cherish us. I think we, as queer people, think that we can do it on our own. I know that that's an experience and a feeling that I felt when I first came out and when I was first kind of discovering some of the feelings that I was having and some of the possibilities. I thought, okay, I'm the only one. I'm the only one in my school. I'm the only one in my high school. I'm the only one in my neighborhood. I'm the only one in my job. So it's just kind of me and Lady Gaga. Not that Lady Gaga is necessarily queer, but she's a part of the community. And sometimes we attach ourselves to these idols, right? So, but we're not alone. That's the truth. And there's a lot of people that are going through the same thing, as we now know with things like YouTube. All of you all, I imagine, are going through or know somebody who's going through the same thing. Now, after a while, you determine how long you're going to have patience. If they're not with it, they're not with it. And then you change the situation to something that best fits you. That's number one. And then speak to people about how you want to be addressed, what appropriate language is to use around you, with you, or to you. Hopefully, if they're a good ally, then they will carry those lessons on and speak with the same sense of reverence and respect that you ask for, even when you're not around. It doesn't really make for a good ally if, like, your brother respects you when he's in the room with you, but then if he leaves the room and is like, that's my faggoty little brother. He needs to carry that respect and some of that language and some of what he learned and demonstrate that to other people, because that's how they'll see that it's important. I think that's at the core of what it means to be an ally. So I'm leaving you with a quote from Cornel West, who says, "Never forget that justice is what love looks like in public." And I think that's really important. People who are minorities, who are searching for justice, we need folks to love us publicly. And that's justice. Now we've gotten it. When others who associate with us love us publicly. And that's all forms of love. It's not just romantic love. It's love on a human level. And I think that's really important. That's my take on allyship. I made it really general because I wanted it to apply to as many people as possible. But in particular, you can take home, if you are someone who has met a trans person before, particularly a trans woman of color, and you see an injustice, or you hear someone calling us a tranny or laughing at misfortunes of trans people, speak up on it and say, this isn't right, this is fucked up, this is old school, and we're moving ahead. And, you know, join us in the future. So if you are looking for an ally, and you are queer or in the community, and you don't have resources, I want to remind you that you can always reach out to an online community, to a chosen family. You can also look out and reach out to your local LGBT center. These are resources that you should have at your fingertips, and you'll find some great people there. I did. Thanks for watching my transition. Leave a comment below. Let me know who some of your allies are. Don't be afraid to name them, and ask them to join in on the conversation too. Thanks for watching.